What do you think of my strawberry crumble bars? Fresh strawberries, buttery crust, and also a crumbled topping. You can't beat this for a delicious dessert, perfect for picnics, potlucks, or just any time you feel like a snack using some delicious strawberries. Let's go ahead and put this one together. To get started making our strawberry crumble bars, we're going to need an 8x8 baking dish. We're going to spray it with some cooking spray on the bottom and the sides. I'm going to place some parchment paper that I've cut down to size to fit into the baking dish. Now you want to cut enough on the sides that it comes out over the sides. That way you have something to pull these out with. Get it in the corners. The spray will help the parchment stick into the dish. Keep it from moving around on you. All right, and then I just like to kind of crease it on the sides right here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and set this aside, and then we're going to start making the crumble, which will serve as the 2 layers of the crumble bars. In a medium bowl, we're going to combine 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. You can just shake your measuring cup to that amount. I've got a 1/2 cup here, so I'm going to go 3 times to get my 1.5 cups. I'm going to add 1/2 cup of white granulated sugar. Half a teaspoon of baking powder. And a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Just going to whisk this all together until it's well blended. Or you could just sift it if you want. Okay, the next step is we're going to take some butter. You want it really cold right out of the refrigerator. This is 1 stick or 1/2 cup. I'm just going to cut this into small pieces to help get this started. And then I'm going to cut it into tiny cubes. All right, we're going to go ahead now and I'm going to dot this all over the flour. I'm going to take a pastry cutter and I'm going to cut the butter into the flour mixture until we get nice size crumbs. They'll be about a pea shape. Now if you don't have one of these, you can use 2 forks or 2 knives, or if you want to do it in a faster way, you can use your food processor and blend this together just until it gets into pea shape crumbles. This will take just a few minutes. And just use a knife to scrape off the butter because it's cold and it's going to get into those grooves. But it's so worth it because the butter will make little pockets of goodness in your crumble. Now to test this, just take your hand, take a little bit between your thumb and your fingers, push down on it, and it should form like a crust. What I'm going to do is add in 1 beaten egg. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then just using a fork, I'm going to kind of blend this together. It's still going to be a crumble mixture. That's really coming together. Just using the back edge of the fork to kind of push it together. Get all the loose powder to form nice little crumbs. All right. Go down underneath. It's going to look like a crumbled dough, and that's what we want. You want all that powder to be kind of absorbed into this, but it's still going to look like it's got pieces of dough, not one big ball of dough, okay? We don't want that. Okay, we're gonna bring back over the 8x8 baking dish that we've prepared, and I'm gonna place half of our crumble mixture here into the bottom. Just half. You can kind of eyeball that. That looks good. And then we're going to take the back edge of the fork and we're just going to mash it down until it's an even layer, nice and solid. Sometimes it's just best to go in with your hand and make sure it's nice and clean. All right, we're going to need a cutting board. We're going to take our fresh strawberries. I have a pound of them and I've already rinsed and kind of dried them off. We're going to go ahead and take a knife, just cut off the stem, and then we're going to cut these into quarters. Oh, it's fresh strawberry season. It is for me anyway. Now, if you have large strawberries, you can cut them in sixes, and that's totally fine. Now, if you don't have fresh strawberries, you can use frozen strawberries, but what I would do is thaw them out really good and then drain them really good. That way the crust doesn't get soggy. These strawberries are juicy. Oh, yeah. I can't wait for this one. You know, you don't even need a reason to make this. Just get you some strawberries and put this one together. Have it just for yourself. It's just an 8x8 dish, no problem. Now, if you want to double the recipe, you can do this in a 9x13. Which might be really good for potlucks and picnics. The oven is calling. We are almost done. I think I started cutting these smaller, which is okay. All right, let's place these into a medium bowl. To the strawberries, we're going to add 1/3 cup of white granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, all right, I'm just going to stir these until the strawberries are coated. Okay, we're going to take our strawberry mixture here. We're going to pour that all on top of the dough. Just spread that out evenly. Oh, that looks good, huh? Nice, even layer. Oh, yeah. All right, let's put that over here. We're going to bring back the rest of that crumble and sprinkle it on top of the strawberries. Okay, this is looking really good. Okay, I've got my oven preheating at 375 degrees. We're going to pop this in the oven for about 35 to 45 minutes and let that bake. Now, if you want the top nice and golden brown and that bottom cooked through. I'll be back. I'm excited to dig into these. Okay, we couldn't wait any longer. I just stuck it in the refrigerator for a little bit to kind of chill it. Look at how delicious that looks. Let's cut some bars. Boop.
I'll see.
Uh-oh.
To have it.
Yes, we have a sneak in the house.
Oh, dear Lord.
Y'all have your answer as to how good these are? I think my husband just told you.
That is, that is awesome.
Having it in the refrigerator firmed them up, that's for sure.
Oh my God, that tastes good.
There you go.
Oh, better watch out.
Snag another piece.
Come here. There we go.
All right, what do you think about strawberry crumble bars? Let's go in for a bite. Mmm. 3 layers of deliciousness. Mmm, that's so good. I couldn't wait for this one. All right, y'all. Give me a thumbs up on this one. Comment down below what you think. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification. That way you'll always know when shows like this one here are posted. I'll see you on the next episode. I love those strawberries. Very good.